Rebels, welcome to Rebel Saints. I'm your host, Nicole, and in today's episode, we're breaking down the gospel readings for the second Sunday in Lent, February 25th, 2024. Okay, so the first reading comes from the book of Genesis, where we're brought right into the middle of the incredible story of Abraham and his unwavering faith in God. Abraham, known as the father of faith, was a man who trusted God even when it didn't make sense. And as we begin this story, we see Abraham, who at this point had already been on a journey with God. He's faced many challenges and tests of faith, but one day God decided to spice things up with the ultimate pop quiz. And boy, is it a big one. God says, Abraham, my dude, I need you to take your son, your only son Isaac, and offer him up as a sacrifice on a mountain I will show you. Can you imagine how Abraham felt? God was literally asking him for the most precious thing in his life. And he wasn't even going to let him know where he had to travel. He's like, just go pack up your things and I'll let you know when it's time. Can you say hard? But you know what? The incredible thing is Abraham trusts God. Even when it doesn't make sense. Even when he doesn't know this is a test. Abraham packs up, grabs Isaac, and they head out on this mysterious journey. And eventually, they're climbing the mountain, and Isaac, who, is not dumb, asks, hey, Dad, where's the lamb for sacrifice? And Abraham, with a heart full of faith, he replies, don't worry, bud, God will provide. And when they reach the top, Abraham, he begins to prepare the altar and, get his son ready to be sacrificed. Can you imagine the tension? He's literally binding his son, and his son is letting him do this because he is obeying his father. So just as Abraham is about to do the unthinkable, God stops him, and he's like, Abraham, wait, don't hurt the boy. Now I know you trust me. And I'm like, are you serious? Wow. So, great. And then out of the blue, there was a ram caught in a nearby thicket. And it's like God was saying, I've got this. I always provide. And, through this incredible story, what we really learn is the importance of trusting God and obeying God the Father. Even when things seem scary or uncertain, Abraham trusted God with everything, even when it didn't make sense. And God came through most incredibly. But in this story, we also see Isaac's obedience to his father, which foreshadowed the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus on the cross. So Father Mike Schmitz shared on his Bible in a Year podcast that at this time, Abraham was over 100 years old at this point. He was not in the prime of his life. He was an old dude. And his son Isaac, on the other hand, wasn't. Isaac was around 33 years old. He was not a little boy, we'll often see depicted in art. He was a man in the prime of his life. He was strong. And he could have easily overpowered his father. Yet he obeyed. And he let his father prepare himself to be sacrificed. And friends, what we see here is a foreshadowing of what would later be Jesus' crucifixion. It's the setting for the eternal Father with his beloved Son. And if you read, this weekend's readings in that context, when we know how Lent will end, it is mind-blowing. Okay, so in the second reading, we get a powerful message from St. Paul in the book of Romans. Now, imagine facing a tough challenge, a big test, or feeling just feeling down. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, right? You got all these things coming at you. You have school, you have chores, you have all the things. And, you're you feel overwhelmed. You can't take it. And so what Paul wants us to know is that we're unbeatable with God on our side. It's like having the ultimate superhero watching your back 24/7. No matter what comes our way, God's got us covered. But here's where it gets even more remarkable. Paul reminds us that Jesus is right there too, cheering us on. He's not distant or detached. He's right by our side, interceding for us. Do you understand? Like, so last week at Ash Wednesday Mass, the evening one, Monsignor said this very same thing. He said Jesus is sitting at our God our Father side, interceding for us. And it's like, when you think about that, it's like, it's really humbling, because it's like, Jesus truly is like the ultimate best friend. He's always there to listen, support, and stand up for us. And Jesus, right now, friends, in this moment, is interceding on your behalf. Okay, now, last reading. In the gospel reading, we hear from the heart of Mark's gospel. Jesus invites Peter, James, and John on a mountain hike. Yes, mountains are very big in the Bible, guys. And as they climb higher, something extraordinary happens. Jesus is transfigured before their eyes. Now, this is like the ultimate glow up, okay? Jesus becomes radiant, shining brighter than the sun. Like, he becomes like just pure light. Can you imagine like what that would look like? The awe and wonder that would course through our veins. I mean, it's insane. So, but that wasn't it. Okay, so we also get an appearance from Moses and Elijah. So they are two Old Testament prophets. I mean, everybody knows who Moses is, right? Like Moses in the basket, let my people go. And then we have Elijah. So Jesus is they're talking with them. And it's like, it's like the ultimate meaning of superhero holy squad. And Peter, he's so overwhelmed because they know, right then and there, when they see Moses and Elijah, they know what this means. I mean, even apart from the fact that Jesus is literally glowing brighter than the sun, they know what this means. And so he gets all eager and he's like, oh, we should make some tents and we gotta take care of them. And then a voice from heaven booms out, this is my beloved son, listen to him. And they're like, oh, okay. And the thing is, this is such a powerful message for us. It really is. Because through Jesus' transfiguration on the mountain, God revealed that Jesus is the ultimate authority. We must listen to him. Getting caught up in our opinions of the world's views, it's real easy, right? And especially because nowadays, you have all these things coming at you, right? We got social media and everyone has an opinion. Everyone has an idea of what things should be. But ultimately, Jesus is the ultimate authority. We have to listen to him. And when we listen to Jesus, we're on the right path. Okay? All right, friends. So that's it for this week. It's a real quick one. If you're enjoying this podcast, please leave a review or rating. This helps me know that you are getting something out of this content. And honestly, leave a review wherever you're listening. But if you can go over there and hop onto Apple Podcasts and, hit as many stars as you think I deserve, that would help me know that you're getting something out of this and it's something that is worthwhile to you or not. But anyway, I can kind of see where people are listening from. And I'm a little bit blown away because yes, I can see people from my general area listening, which is awesome. Hi, everyone, because you're the ones I started this for. But I'm also getting listeners from as far as Australia and South Africa. So I'm a little bit, it's kind of awesome. And a little bit humbling because I'm not a biblical theologian or anything. It takes me a long time to just kind of make sure what I'm telling you is good. As far as the gospel reflections are concerned. The Catholic stuff, I've been a catechist for a while, and so I feel a little bit more secure in that. But even then, it's still, I want to make sure giving you good messages. All right, everyone, God bless you. Have a great week, and go out there and be a rebel saint for Jesus. Bye.